very, very long time to get to the postseason. Have you envisioned what it would be like to walk out onto that mound in the playoffs for the first time in your career?
Yeah, I mean, not recently. It's something I think you do over time. You know, it's something I think you do a lot more of when you're actually watching other people go through it. You know, I've been you know, surprised through the whole process, getting ready. Not really surprised, but you know, you get in your regular routine, your regular preparation, and you know, a lot of that, you know, envisioning that you normally do, you know, once the season's over and you're watching other people go through it, kind of goes away. You know, it kind of takes on a normal process of preparing yourself and going out. So it's definitely something I've thought about a lot, but you know, I think since we've got ourselves into the playoffs, you know, it's been more of a preparation mode than anything, and that's been great for me.
Other questions for Roy? I'll go over to your left.
Roy, what were past Octobers like for you? Did you watch the playoffs? Some guys don't like to watch if they're not in them. Did you?
Yeah, I did on and off. You know, I would say, you know, probably more so last year than any year. You know, obviously being, you know, feeling like we're supposed to have something done to come here before the trade deadline. You know, having AJ Burnett, who was you know, an ex-teammate the year before. You know, they're also, I think, you know, that kind of brought me a little closer to the whole thing. So I would say I've watched it more last year than any of the past years. But I think you always keep a tab on it. You're always catching up on it. You may not sit and watch every single inning like I probably did last year more than any year, but you know, there's always, anytime, you know, there's always an interest as a player to see what's going on, see, you know, how guys are doing. I think everybody who's not there is envious of the guys who are.
We'll stay here left, Roy.
Hey Roy, you guys were going through some pretty difficult times, like, you know, from May through June with all the injuries and things like that. How was Charlie able kind of to keep everything together, to keep things from falling apart? I mean, was it just his style, or what?
I thought we had a meeting in New York. I think we got swept in New York. I think at the time we were still in first place, and you know, we had a couple different meetings over the course of the season, but you know, really the message was that you know, obviously we need to get things going in the right direction, but you know, I think he believed the whole time, and I think the players believed the whole time that you know, we would end up where we needed to be, and there was, you know, to me there was no doubt, you know, in his mind. Obviously there were things we needed to correct, things we needed to do better, but every meeting, you know, it seemed like he still had the trust that we were going to, you know, be the team we were supposed to be, and you know, that never wavered to me. You know, there was never a you know, sense of urgency. You know, there was definitely a sense of you know, what we needed to do better, what we were lacking, but there was never that urgency of you know, do or die.
Over to your left, Roy.
Hey, Roy. Over to you, Roy. You talk about your normal, trying to stay in normal preparation and making everything normal. What, you had a little extra time between starts, and again, it's the first time you're in playoffs. What have you done to try and keep this as normal as possible, like another start, really?
Well, it's really been very normal. You know, I just, I basically backed it back 5 days and threw a good bullpen. You know, mixed a couple days up until that bullpen. You know, regular work days that I would put in, and then once I threw that bullpen, just took it as a regular 5-day rotation. So, you know, it was, I think going in, not exactly knowing the dates, the times, you know, that, I think that's a little overwhelming. Once you know when you're playing and you have a plan of going forward and preparing, makes things a lot easier, and I feel great. I mean, I felt comfortable with the whole program. you know, I didn't feel like it was anything, you know, a lot different than I've been doing all year.
Well, seated